Basically, for the return demonstration, we'll present the salient features of the DRC plan you have developed. Yeah, so it's going to be exciting. I'm very excited as well. So I hope it's the same for you, because this is where your learnings the past several weeks are translated into a specific output. And we'll discuss recommendations for enhancing the DRC plan. So here we'll be discussing the mechanics, so that when we'll have the output presentation, you more or less know what to expect. So for the process, I'll just run you through. Number one, each group will be given 15 minutes to present. You can do a group presentation just for the spirit also of teamwork, or you can assign one or several to present. 15 minutes, okay? That's a lot of time. If we will consider the discussion forum, I think even our experts were just given less. So because you've worked hard for it, the purpose is the learning, and you'll be rewarded with 15 minutes to present. Okay, so choose, I've given to you the format of the disaster risk communication plan, the outline. So just call the important aspects there you want to present. Now, one tip, all presentations, always consider this. It's the time, it's the time that determines the volume of your presentation or the content of your presentation. Never ever think that, oh, I was only given 10, 15 minutes, but I need to present all this. No, let's go back again to our earlier lesson. Prioritize. Okay? Next, great if the team can keep the members of the time, but the moderator will keep you informed of the time. I mean, my point here is it's good when you have a timekeeper within your team, but I'll be moderating, so I'll keep you posted in terms of how many minutes you have, but I'll give you ample time to summarize. I will not surprise you that you have to immediately wrap up. No worries there. Okay, we'll be inviting internal panel that will provide inputs for enhancing your DRC plan. So we will be also requesting the resource persons, the one who delivered lessons, to sit there and to see how the lessons they presented were captured and put into the plan. Don't worry, they are nice people. Okay? And a cross-panel approach will also be done, where your fellow participants can ask questions and come up with recommendations too. Okay, so while we have, I don't want to say expert panel, but those who are also knowledgeable of disaster risk communication, we've invited them, your resource person, but at the same time, you're also part of the panel. Feel free to ask questions. Okay, you can also provide context, ask clarity, and come up also with recommendations. So the purpose here is, at the end, we're all happy because we have an enhanced disaster risk communication plan. And a simple rating assessment will be followed, which is satisfactory, acceptable, or needs improvement. What I mean here is, remember in the first day, we're mentioning that there'll be an assessment, not really grading, but an assessment of your participation. So here we'll keep it simple. We'll just say that if what you have presented is satisfactory or acceptable, and if there are a lot of improvement needed. No pass or fail. Okay, so because because we know when you have exerted effort, and as I was listening to your discussions, I can see your seriousness in coming up with a good output. And for that alone, from my side, I'm already satisfied. So ground rules, so that we can make the most out of this. Share your PPTs hours before the presentation. I suggest you do that, because we don't want here in this session, I will really request everyone to open their cameras because it's also the last activity. So it's good to see all your faces. The purpose also why I want your PPT shared before the presentation is so that when other groups are presenting, no one is, working, because some of you might turn off your camera and then start working, polishing further your output in time for the presentation. And to keep the suspense, what I'll do is we'll draw lots on the day of the return demonstration, so that there's a sense, an essence of surprise as to who will present first or last. Okay, we can agree later on who will have the control of the showing of PPTs, the presenter or the host. Remember in the DRC, in the discussion forum, Kongay or Elizabeth would share the presentation and then they move. But I think it's more effective when you have a control but of your presentation in terms of pace. But we leave it up on the to you on the day of the return demonstration. Now, I always make it as a rule in all the panel presentation that we're doing, output presentation. Do not comment if you cannot suggest. So I also say this when we invite panel of experts, because my point is it's very easy to make a comment. Uh, uh, this lacks this not so good, but when you ask then what do I do? They cannot come up with suggestions. So to make the process enriching, I'll tell everyone, never comment if you cannot suggest. Okay? And most importantly, let's enjoy. No, there may be pressure, but believe me, it's something that it's worth your while. So for the return demonstration, I just want everyone to go back to the previous lessons. How do you deliver your message? Technically, you are presenting a message to us. Okay, apply those. So in ending, no, I as I was making my presentation, I presented this in one of the trainings that I had. Quite interesting. Before speaking, it can be helpful to remember two acronyms. Imagine it's an acronym: wait and think. So wait means, why am I talking? Why am I talking? So reflect. You want, maybe you're presenting because you want us to understand better what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so it can be applied to the return demonstration and in your everyday dealing, in your everyday communication. So wait and think, why am I talking? And is what I'm saying true, helpful, informative, necessary, and kind? That's why I also said, do not comment if you cannot suggest, because some people then have nasty habit of saying unkind words. Is what I'm saying kind? So with that, we hope that we'll have a good return demonstration, the culmination of the training, the demonstration of all the learnings that you have mastered. So thank you and continue enjoying the learning.